The woman who has called for mandatory gun buybacks is cracking jokes about shooting an intruder.
Joining us now, host of the Michele Tafoya podcast, Michele Tafoya. I don't even know where to begin with this. No one believes her, do they?
I don't know. I think some will believe whatever she says. Should we believe, though, that she wants the mandatory buybacks? Should we? This sounded awfully lot like stand your ground, right? If someone enters my house, I'm just going to shoot them. But she called in 2020, when she was running for president in 2019, she called stand your ground laws racist. She said they were giving cover to people who shot mostly young black and brown men. Well, what she just described is very much what a stand your ground law is, which is someone intrudes on your property, you can stand your ground if you're a legal gun owner. And apparently she's bragging now that she's a legal gun owner.
You know, she wants it both ways. She wants to say, you know what, I want gun grabs. But when she says I support the Second Amendment, she also has, wants requirements for background checks and for red flag laws and no assault weapons, whatever that means, whatever that definition is. She'll have limitations on, rounds in magazines. She is not a Second Amendment supporter. She's just trying to see if she can get some of those rural voters to come her way, but they won't buy this.
I'm not so sure they won't buy it, but I kind of hope they don't. I hope you're right, because I find a lot of what she says these days very flimsy.
They can smell fraud anywhere.
Well, you know what?
You got good noses.
Inauthenticity is a hallmark of this presidential candidate.
She will be more apt to pierce you with a lightsaber before she will shoot you with her gun.
Well, anyway, she's talking a tough game. She's talking like a gun owner, and Oprah bought in and said, wow, I didn't know that. That was such a powerful moment for you to say that Tim Walz, who's a hunter, that you're both gun owners.
Wow. Okay.
You take it.
Okay, we don't know what kind of gun she owns. All right. When she's not busy bragging about her guns, she's trashing Trump. Watch this.
My opponent, Donald Trump, I think his vision for our country is very grounded in the past and, frankly, an attempt to take us backward. Taking away the freedom to make decisions about your own body, regardless of your gender, saying that the government has a right to tell you what to do with your body. I think that's kind of backward.
What? I'm sorry. Did she forget the pandemic? When she and Biden made workers get a vaccine required by the government. In a tweet posted by Harris in October of 2021, she wrote, quote, vaccine requirements save lives. Michele, you have body autonomy coming from this woman who mandated or got people fired if they didn't take a vaccine? Give me a break.
They simply don't see the correlation, the comparison between these two things. They simply don't see it. And what they'll say is, well, vaccinations saved other people's lives, not just your own. Well, personally, I've met with a group in my hometown of vaccine-injured people whose lives have been severely altered after getting the vaccine. They didn't have a choice, though. Neither did a bunch of military officers who were forced to leave the military involuntarily because they wouldn't get the vaccine. Where do they go to get their integrity back? I mean, this is just, it's a strange thing that they can't see the comparison here. That bodily autonomy also includes, do I really have to get a needle in my arm with some stuff in it that I don't really know what it is, that the government's telling me is okay and is safe, but we're not really sure?
Which was deemed unconstitutional or violation of the law by the Supreme Court.
Yeah. And I'm sure they'll say, well, that was a MAGA Supreme Court that, did that, even though we all know that
how about the body autonomy of the baby, right? I mean,
well, that's what a lot of, yes.
Step aside, and if vaccines work, vaccines then don't, allow you to transmit the disease. Michele Tafoya, always good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
The best.